Minister for Grand Bahama was on the island recently, addressing the business community there. In this report from Megan Shepard, here is initiatives for improving the island's economy.
The Chamber of Commerce held its monthly meeting with the Minister for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville, as the guest speaker. Darville notes that he has read suggestions made by the Chamber and their ideas are similar to those of his ministries. He says we are all one team on Grand Bahama and must work together to restore hope, relief, employment, and entrepreneurial opportunities for all residents.
The second major agenda on the Ministry of Grand Bahama's list is the establishment of duty-free concessions for East and West Grand Bahama. There is no doubt that this policy shift would involve discussions at every level and require much planning, negotiation, and dialogue in order to be accomplished. But there's no question in my mind and the mind of our government that the extension of these duty-free concessions to East and West Grand Bahama will stimulate growth in these undeveloped areas and bring economic prosperity to many who lived in the East and West.
Minister Darville says his ministry plans to work closely with the Grand Bahama Port Authority to assist with investments, address the high incidence of poverty, and create more employment opportunities.
Certainly, my ministry's approach to the situation is to reestablish a good working relationship with the Grand Bahama Port Authority and the Hutchison-Momport group of companies through progressive negotiations. However, we intend to send a strong message to all investors, new and old, that we will support foreign investors who aid in the growth and development of our economy and the advancement of our people through functional partnerships.
Dr. Darville notes that as a businessman himself, he has faced many of the challenges the Chamber's members may face. He assured them that his ministry and the government plans to take a focus-driven approach to address the critical affairs of Grand Bahama.
We also plan to address the issues of the expiration of the tax incentive that will arise in 2015 and will negotiate in the best interests of Bahamians in general, Grand Bahamians specifically, after we communicate and speak with the residents of Grand Bahama. We're not going to really go with these tax incentives in closed doors. We're going to bring it to you and find out exactly what are your concerns and what are your beliefs.
A farewell reception was held last night at the home of the Cuban ambassador to the Bahamas. They were there to bid farewell to 11 Cuban teachers who taught Spanish here in the Bahamas for several years. Our Julian Gibson was there for the bittersweet moment.
11 Cuban teachers' contract ended, and that means they will have to say goodbye to the Bahamas and return to their homeland. For the teachers assisting in the educational system here in the Bahamas, it was an experience of a lifetime.
It has been great to see how well and how fast my students have learned Spanish. And the fact of working with children at a primary school after spending so many years in Cuba teaching adults, that is students from a university, it has been a real experience.
It has been a nice experience for me to work in the Bahamas and especially in Maguana, because there I could learn about the Bahamian culture, about the people living in Maguana who are very nice people.
I thank God for the opportunity that I have to be part of that beautiful Kruger Island. These people is very nice.
And they will all leave our country with fond memories.
I found in Abaco another family, including the community of Abaco. So it has been great, an unforgettable experience. I have loved it.
I'm gonna miss my principal, Mr. Moss. I'm gonna miss my students and my staff. I mean the teachers, and at the same time my neighbors, and more than my colleagues. They are already my friends, and they are all already in my heart.
Bahamians, you don't know what you are missing. Kruger Island is one of the best islands. If you want to know really what is a good people, go to Kruger Island. I love Kruger Island. I love everybody.
For First Secretary of the Cuban Embassy, U.S. Lady Clemente, she sees the efforts of the Cuban teachers as a chance to improve the educational system here, and for this, she is thankful they all answered the call of duty.
It means a lot to us, always that we have good results doing what we love to do, our job. It is sad for us to say goodbye, even most when you have spent here 3 years, sharing your daily life with the students, co-workers, nationals, locals, Bahamians, and of course it's sad. They are happy because they are returning home, but it is sad at the same time.
Now the 11 teachers leaving will be replaced this September by 13 more. Reporting for ZNS News, I am Julian Gibson.
Well, if you have Family Island news you think we want to know about, just drop us a line at finews@znsbahamas.com. We'll be waiting to hear from you.